Hey everyone, I am Vienna, the insurance exam teacher. I help people get their insurance license on the first try. Okay, I've been doing it for 4 years. I help them study for their insurance exam. Then they go and they start new and amazing careers in the insurance industry. This page, this YouTube channel is dedicated to helping people get their insurance exam. And then once they do get their license, um, I go ahead and I talk about and I help them do things like getting leads, different information, updates that the states may be having, updates as to how and what's needed or going on as far as in the insurance industry, just kind of in general. So make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure that you share this with somebody that you know who's also either trying to get their insurance license, wants to grow their insurance team, wants to recruit people, and just interested in insurance as well. All right. So, anyways, guys, feel free to check out some of my other videos and whatnot on here. This specific video, I'm going to tell y'all how to go about getting your insurance license, how to become an insurance agent. Now, overall, from state to state, it's pretty much the same process. However, there are some minor differences. For example, from state to state, it costs a little bit different. From state to state, there are different processes for your insurance exam. From state to state, there are different testing processes and providers, I mean. So in the description of this video, you are going to get all of that information. So keep checking in the description. Save this video into a favorites list or something like that, especially if you help agents get licensed and if you're growing a team in the insurance industry and all of that, because I will keep my videos updated with the description with as much information as I can to help y'all out here grow and thrive in the insurance industry. So guys, let me share a quick my screen with y'all so you can see what we are going to be talking about in this video. So, how to become an insurance agent. I'm going to talk about the steps, the processes, what you need to do to start within the insurance industry. Um, so again, my name is Vienna, the insurance exam teacher. I've been doing this for 4 years. I used to be a school teacher, and now I help people start new and amazing careers in the insurance industry by helping them pass their insurance exam. All right, so here we go. Let's go straight into the video and what y'all are here for. So what is the first step to becoming an insurance agent? Number one, get your license. I don't care what type of insurance you're trying to sell. You are going to need to get your license, y'all. So, first step, figure out what type of insurance do you want to sell. If you want to sell car insurance, house insurance, all of that, then you need to get your PNC license. If you want to sell annuities, savings accounts, life insurance policies, health insurance policies, accidental plans, all of that is going to be covered with your life and health insurance license. So, guys, let me talk about the life and health insurance license. This is what I help people with. As you can see, I've got that up on the screen. My website is insuranceexamcourse.com. It's also down in the description. But let me talk about the life and health insurance license and how that's broken up, because every state has it a little bit different. And all the time people ask me, like, which one should I get? Which one is easier to pass? My answer is always the same. Get your life and health insurance license. If you have enough time to study, if you're not going to try to take it and you've already been studying for like 2 months and you're not going to try to take it in a week, then I need you to try to take your life and health insurance exam, because what's going to happen is with this one test, you're going to get two licenses. And that's better, because let's say that you're with the company today and your company said, well, you only need your life insurance license. It's easier to pass, whatever. It's less questions, whatever. Y'all, whatever. No. This is what's going to happen or what could happen. So you get your life insurance license because you only took your life only insurance exam. Then, okay, we don't sell health insurance in this company, but what if 6 months down the road, you're happy, you like the company? Hey, we just got a new provider. We just got a new carrier. Guess what? We're going to sell health insurance. Y'all need to go take your life and health insurance exam again. Studying all putting in the time, the effort, the energy, the money, everything to study for this new license, right? Or a worst case scenario, which happens to a lot of agents, you sign up with this company, they said, go take your life only insurance exam, and then you're not happy with them. 4 or 5 months later, you're trying to go to a different company. The new company is like, hey, we also sell health insurance. We want you to get your health insurance license. Now you're going to go do the process again, where right off the bat, we're going to spend a little bit of time studying. You're going to take a test that's maybe a bit more amount of questions. And really, it's really not that much. It's usually another 25 to 30 questions, given your state, all of that. But really, guys, same test, pay it one time, sit down and study with me, sit down and study, get all that information that you need, get it out of the way, get both licenses together. Now, some states break it down life and health exam, and they're two separate exams. Some states go life only exam, life and health. So if you're in one of these states, Texas, by the way, we are one of these states. If you're in one of these and you get your life only, but eventually you want your health, you're not going to be able to get your health only exam out of the way. It's going to be the life and health. So you're going to have to literally take the same test and do it all over again. So, guys, my recommendation, people always ask me this question, do the life and health. And if you have questions about that, specific questions for your state, whatnot, drop them down in the comments. I will do my very, very best to answer that for you. But this right here, guys, is the courses that I offer. So for 60 days, we are going to be studying together with both of these courses. You are going to have videos of me recorded going through all of the information, go through some of the videos in this page, in this channel, to see how I study, how I explain things, and how I go about telling y'all what you need to know for your exam. Every single Saturday for those 60 days, we will jump on a live Zoom class where you and I will get to talk. You will get to ask me your questions. We're going to get to study, do practice questions, all of that. And yes, it is myself who jumps on those classes, guys. We will go through everything. And then I'm also going to give you study and testing strategies, study routines to help you learn the information you need to learn, actually learn them, be able to apply them, be able to look at a question and see this is the answer because of this word and that word and that word. And that's what we do on Saturdays and when we break them down. And also, I've recorded myself going through questions so to train y'all in my classes how to memorize or not memorize, recognize those little tricks that they throw at us and whatnot. Then, of course, the PDFs, the study material, the practice exams, all of that you're going to have access to right off the bat when you decide to join. So if you're ready to get your insurance license, you know you want your life and health, you know that you're ready to start studying, go to my website or the description down below and sign up and let's start studying together. Now, my next one, my exam tutoring course, all of the same bits of information, but with that course, you're also going to get a one-on-one tutoring session with me at some point before you go take your test so that I can make sure that you are where you need to be, that you have the information you need to go pass your test, no issues. All right. And then I also offer one-on-one tutoring sessions. So if you don't want the course, if you're not interested in that, that's fine. Go to my website, insuranceexamcourse.com, and sign up for a one-on-one tutoring with me. We will meet online on Zoom for 1 hour. I'm going to give you some study material. I'm going to give you some information, and then we're going to study together for that hour. You're going to learn a lot. But all right, guys, so get your license. Now, I give you a 2-week time frame from when you start studying with me. My goal is to get you licensed in 2 weeks. And I get it because when I started, this was my part-time job. I was able to quit teaching with this, as well as with my digital marketing stuff that I was doing on the side. So I was, I was able to quit teaching once I started doing insurance and was doing other things too. But I had that I was doing. I also had, friends, family, all of that, other obligations. So if you can't get it done in 2 weeks, that's fine. 4 weeks is the goal, but I still give you 60 days to access the program, to jump on Zoom with me and everything else, because I know you will not need 60 days. Because again, 4 weeks, 1 month is the goal. I do not want y'all stuck in study mode to where you're not going to be passing your exam. Now, also, what you need to do this now, do both of these things while you're studying before you take your test. Number one, find out if your state is a Pearson VUE state or a state, PSI test state. So what that means is that some states are going to give you the test, the administrator's Pearson VUE. Some states it's going to be PSI. And I am going to have a PDF down here linked in the description where you can go to your state and get all this information that you need. But if I don't have it yet, because it is a work in progress and it's coming, y'all, go ahead and just Google your state administrator, insurance exam state administrator. You'll either get Pearson VUE or PSI. Then you want to create an account and register for your exam. Don't study and wait to register until you feel ready. You're not going to feel ready. You're going to be nervous and like wondering and whatever. I want you to set your date, again, 2 weeks or 4 weeks at the most, and study towards that goal. Work towards that goal and don't change it. So that's going to be a little bit of homework right now. Figure out, are you a Pearson VUE state or a PSI state? Register for your exam. Also, you need to do a background check. Every single state's going to require this of us. So go get your fingerprints right now before you take your test. Register for that and send it to your state insurance department. Figure out what the code is. You need a specific code so that the people who are taking your fingerprints know where to send it, because you don't want them to send it to like the police academy if you're trying to take your life insurance exam, or to like, I don't know, the people who do the driver's license or whatever, right? So that's step one, guys. And this is a little bit of homework for you, but go make sure you register to get your fingerprints done so you can get your background check done first while you're studying. That way, hopefully that's done, you get your license, and now you can start writing faster versus you get your license. Now you need to do your fingerprints. You're going to wait 2 weeks for your state to get a background check done on you, then do all that. No, that's going to delay your process. So do these 2 steps today. All right. So that's step one. Next step, figure out whether you want to be an agent or a broker. And I'm sorry, y'all. It seems like some of the words may not be coming out totally correct. I did not anticipate that. So agent or broker. Agents are W-2 employees. This is your company, man. They can only sell and only promote for that given company. So if that's what you want to do, if that's where you want to be, awesome. Go ahead and find a company where you can be an agent. Brokers. Broker means that you can go ahead and, sorry, y'all. A broker, that just means you can sell for more than one company. Brokers have the ability to sell for several companies. These are the agents who are like, oh, I have 96 companies that I can represent, that I can sign you up. I represent 36 companies. And yes, some people do. However, when you're actually writing business, you're going to like 3 to 6 at the most. You're going to really find yourself loving one company, maybe a second, maybe a third. So yeah, it always makes me laugh a little bit when I hear people, oh, I represent 86 companies. I represent 150 companies. And I'm just like, cool, bro. Because we're not writing for all these companies, y'all. So anyways, decide for yourself. Do you want to be a agent? Is there a specific company you really like? Maybe you've already chosen a company. And typically I find that when people are trying to pass their insurance exam, they've already picked a company. So if you've already picked a company, awesome. Step two's out of the way, done for you. But keep in mind the main differences for this. And if you're studying for your insurance exam, this is what you need to know for this specific topic. A agent, a company, agent, a company, broker, company A and B, right? So how we break that down, how I break that down for y'all, because this is vocabulary on your insurance exam. So agent versus broker, you need to decide for yourself. Do you want to be a broker? Do you want to be an agent? All right. And I get the question a lot, which is better? Which one should I pick? That's going to depend on you and what you're at. At the end of the day, you want to represent a company or companies that you feel good with that are going to give you what you're looking for. All right. So I'm going to leave that one up to you guys. And like I said, I'm assuming that most of y'all, if you're on my page, already have a company you're going to work with, or that you have decided to, or have been, or have decided to work with. And if you have, if you found an awesome company, tell us about it down in the comments. Let me and let everybody else who's trying to decide right now know about your company. Tell us what makes it amazing. Why should we maybe consider working with your given company? So tell us a little bit about it, y'all. Um, Also tell us why you decided to work with them. The next thing, once you get your license, guys, so 2 weeks are up, maybe 4 for some of y'all. You took your license, you got your insurance, you got your fingerprints out of the way, everything is done and good. Now you have your license, you've signed up with the company, you're an agent or you're a broker, wherever you landed. You're going to need to get E&O insurance. This E&O insurance minimum, I'm going to recommend you all get 500,000 up to $1 million. You can get $1 million policy, guys, and I know that sounds a little scary, but literally sometimes it's anywhere from 20 to 40 bucks a month. Some companies will let you pay it up for the whole year. Some companies will let you pay it month by month. Just shop around on this, and you can literally Google E&O insurance. They're all good overall. Just make sure you got a legit company. You can probably get help from your managers, or if you don't have a manager, if you went completely and totally independent, call your insurance company you're going to be representing and say, hey, what is your minimum requirement, or what is your requirement for E&O insurance? Because some companies will say, hey, we need somebody with a minimum of 500,000, or we need our agents to have a minimum of $1 million. All right. I used to be a broker with my former company, and I had a $500,000 policy. But then I signed up to represent a different company, and they called me and they're like, hey, in order to work with us to sell for us, you need a $1 million policy. So I just called my E&O insurance and I was like, hey, I need to up it. I need to, how much more, whatever. It was like 42 a month. It went from like 28 a month to 42 a month. So it wasn't a huge, crazy thing, y'all. And again, not a major expense here either, but it is going to be necessary. Some companies require it. So check with whatever company you're selling, or if you're selling for more than one, hey, ask your manager, do they require 500,000? Do they require $1 million? Is there a company that has a minimum or maximum amount, or whatever that we need? And then from there, they'll be able to help you, and just tell them, hey, which one do you have? And typically that'll be the best way to get it, right? So anyways, this is one thing that you do need. And then the fourth step right here, guys, decide how you're going to get leads. So that is going to be the biggest thing for you. Once you're done with the license, once you got your E&O, once you're working, you're going to need leads. That is going to be how you're going to keep being successful and keep getting motivated and keep working within the industry. If we are an agent who do not have leads, do not have customers to talk to, then we're not insurance agents. We're just not succeeding or doing well, right? So one thing that I used to do with some of the agents in my office, and I welcome y'all to do this as well, is, hey, you just bought a ton of leads, or do you have old leads? I can go ahead and sell or work some of your leads, and we'll do a commission split. Okay, because if they paid for it, or if I paid for it, and I gave them, like, let's say 50 leads, 100 leads, whatever, and he's going to try to work them, I don't mind letting that person have 80% of the pay and just giving me 20. That way it covers my lead cost, what I paid into it, and it's like, hey, I didn't have good luck with it, or they didn't have good luck with it, so let's see if one of us does, or let's see if it's a better time for that client, or if they like me more, if they like him more, whatever, right? So that is one thing me and my the agents in my former office used to do. And definitely, guys, if you haven't done that, or if you want to try that, go for it. That's a really good way to kind of keep it going. Um, And yes, we've made sales, like suddenly some of us would make sales off of those types of older leads like that as well. Um, so that's one thing that I'm going to recommend, just a tip for those of y'all out here that you could possibly do. Another thing too, buying leads from your company or a third-party vendor. Typically, when it comes to buying leads, this is what most agents end up having to do, especially in the first couple of years of their career. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. I have a story where I went shitty, like real bad, y'all. Um, I spent $900 for leads for about a month and a half. I ran around 3 different cities in Texas, 7-hour, 4-hour. Um, if y'all are from Texas, you know Houston is San Antonio, then down in the valley, literally down at the Mexican border, 7-hour drive from the valley to Houston, 4-hour drive over here, 4-hour drive this way. Anyways, I bought leads for the 3 given cities, or areas, $900, ran around San Antonio, the Valley, and Houston, sold nothing, got cursed out, ran out of someone's house one time, sat in the car and cried, and decided I'm going to learn to generate my own leads. I'm never paying somebody money to give me old names, used names, all of that. Because a lot of the times, unfortunately, if I'm buying leads from someone, they've already been sold to Emily and John and so and so and so and so and so and so before me. And then by the time I'm calling these people, they're just like fed up, annoyed, angry. So that tends to happen, right? So unfortunate, but there are good lead vendors out there. And unfortunately, it's not something that I can tell you these are really good or those are not really good, because the people where I spent that $900 on those leads, some of the people in my office about a month before had really, really good results with them. I just happened to get a bunch of names and numbers that either had already been sold and resold, or for whatever reason just were not having a good time when I was trying to see them. I don't know. But guys, I have a video where I go more into detail, so feel free to go check that out. But that's just my scary lead story. So be aware, I'm not going to paint this and make this all cupcakes and roses and rainbows for y'all, because there's definitely like thunderstorms and rains, and you're going to prick your finger, step on a rock or whatever as well. I'm going to give you the good and the ugly. All right. So that was one of my ugly scenarios, but there was a time too where I spent like $50 on leads, and then I went and I sold like 4 policies and made a little over 5,000 off of that. So, it can go either way. So buying leads is one way to get leads, right? Having third-party vendors, either it'll be leads from your own company, maybe your company offers you or gives you leads or sells leads to you, okay? Or you can just go on Google and type in insurance leads, insurance lead companies, things like that. So that is one thing to do. And then of course, guys, the third one, and the way that I recommend, the way that I did it the last 2 years that I was in business. And guys, it really worked. It was a struggle. Sometimes it was great. Sometimes it was a bit slower, but overall, generating your own leads using social media, building an email list, getting client referrals from other people, from former clients, that is the way to go. You're not spending as much money um, on other leads or other names and whatnot that you really don't know how that's going to go or what that's going on, or if they're fresh or new, or if they've spoken to anybody else yet. If somebody's reaching out to you through your social media account, you know that, hey, they're reaching out to you. Nobody else has talked to them. They're yours. They are interested as well. So they're more willing to hear you out, listen to you, and sit down with you because they are reaching out to you. So it's just better overall. And I I did have to learn how to do that. I learned that through trial and error. I spent money, I spent time building websites, figuring things out, and doing everything else. The one system that did show me how to generate my leads, again, I told y'all, I spent $900 on leads, sold nothing, got zero, spent so much more money than just the 900 on gas, going to the houses, going here, going there, doing all of that. So really, that was a total wash, and I spent more than probably, I'm gonna estimate about 5,000 just in gas alone, driving again from Houston to the Valley to San Antonio to go to people's houses again and again and again to go for meetings and stuff. Because at the time, this was pre-COVID. So, guys, spending all of that made me sit down and say, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to learn how to generate my own leads, to do what I need to do to get better. And I did it with the help of the program that's on this site. So if you're interested in going through the program, going through the information that taught me how to generate my own leads, that's going to be right there at incomeearner.net. Now, that is not related to insurance, but that is a program that taught me how to do social media, how to market myself, how to create my own leads. So if that's something you're interested in, I definitely would recommend it, wholeheartedly recommend it, because when I implemented the information in that site, I ended up getting 62 leads. They contacted me. I got 89 leads, 62 appointments, and my calendar got booked out for 2.5 months out. And from the videos and the information that I put, that I learned when I that I did when I learned all that, I'm still to this day, about a year and a half later, getting leads, getting appointments set from those specific videos. It's kind of crazy and it's kind of amazing. But yeah, guys, learning how to get leads, it's going to be your step number 4. So that right there, guys, is, and if y'all have questions, drop them down in the comments. But again, that right there is basically what we need to do. So again, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Keep coming back for insurance exam questions, insurance exam help, and just help overall with your insurance careers as well. So again, drop down your comments, your thoughts, your questions into the chat, and I would love to answer those for y'all. I'm Vienna, the insurance exam teacher, and I'm here to help you with your insurance exam and with your insurance career, y'all.